All right, this is Cody Wright. I'm here at Summer NAMM with TC Electronic. This is my tip of the month. I'm going to talk about my picking technique. I get questioned about that a lot. And really, me using the pick evolved out of being a guitar player, lead guitar player, specifically studying solo players, guys who I thought were, really good at either improvising or composing their own solos within tunes. So I was listening to guys like early on Stevie Ray Vaughan, Nuno Bettencourt, and Eric Johnson, and of course Jimi Hendrix, and a lot of old blues guys like Buddy Guy, B.B. King, and Albert King. Then as I got older, I started studying more improvisational jazz and fusion kind of players. Players like Sean Lane, and Birelli Legrand, Frank Gambale, and Tommy Emmanuel. So all those guys have wonderful plectrum technique as well, but they're using it on the guitar, but that doesn't mean, you can't pick up some of what they're doing and apply it to the bass. So on the bass, the monster and the maestro and the master of the pick technique is a guy named Bobby Vega. And what Bobby does is he plays a palm muting kind of technique where he'll choke up on the pick and he'll mute down here with his palm, So he'll do something like this. Yeah. So it's basically that. And what you can do is you can practice muted, and you can practice not muted. And the pick, same with your fingers, the way the pick placement over the strings and over the pickups drastically affects the sound. So that's something to think about. So an exercise that you can practice, both muted and non-muted, would be something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm using the E and the G string, so I'm alternate picking, so it's up, down, and then down, up. So up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. And you can switch strings too. You don't always have to have the G string being the one you use. So you go, that's on the D string. Or the A string, And then you can take that same pattern and that same concept and just take it all over the place and play riffs with it. But start slow, play to a metronome or a drum machine. A really good exercise is to take a metronome, at a certain tempo, and then half that tempo after you get comfortable. And after you get comfortable with that, half that tempo, And then after a while, when you get comfortable with that, half that tempo, So you have, the next one. And when you get down to that level, that's when you're really relying on your internal time. So anyway, there's a couple of little exercises and a couple of little tips for my tip of the month with TC Electronic.